Hi everyone, Steve here, fresh out of bed, in case you can't tell by my dreary looking face. My plan was, I had my first shooting day yesterday for You Make Me Smile. These first 2 days are going to be the hardest ones because they're going to be the ones where we're subjected to the most external elements. Yesterday we were out in a rural area. The biggest things we had to deal with were cars a little bit, airplanes, so that was a big issue, and yellow jackets. Yeah, that's right. I don't know if you. Well, I'm gonna grab you and tip you down. See that right there? Two freaking yellow jacket bites. That's why it's swollen in a larger area. Because my theory is that the yellow jacket bit me and then stung me. Because there was like a mark. There was two places there, two little swollen marks, but one of them was bigger than the other. Yeah, there were the place we filmed at. We filmed in front of a gate leading down to somewhere. I don't know. And it was a place where people had used for a trash dumping site. There was a lot of crap. There were shotgun shells all over. Oh, we literally used a shotgun shell as a marker for one of my actors. Like, step up to your shotgun shell, please. All right. And because there was just so much trash and crap dumped there, there were yellow jackets everywhere. And I was wearing my favorite. Actually, no, never mind. I thought I was seeing red on my shorts. Like, did my bite bleed? But I think I'm just seeing stuff. But anyway, I was wearing these fluorescent yellow shorts, which I think was attracting the yellow jackets to that bright, vibrant yellow shade. I don't know. I don't know if that's how they operate. All I know is they're a constant nuisance. They've been a nuisance all summer, and I finally got stung. That was the craziest thing that happened yesterday, aside from a woman who pulled up and thought we were doing a news story because we had the film equipment. And then there was a pallet guy who got that name. He was this big, kind of creepy-looking, heavy-set guy that passed us like 3 times, and every time he had like a different arrangement of pallets on the back of his trailer that he was carrying up and down. There was a lot of vehicles going up and down the road carrying pallets. I don't know what that's about. We were close to Malala. Maybe there's some weird pallet thing going on in that area. But yeah, we predominantly filmed within like a 2-mile radius. This succession of shots. We actually filmed one of my character's old properties and the new property she has at the end of the film. We actually filmed it on the same stretch of road. We just went a little bit down from where we were. A lot of stuff we filmed was right next to each other, even though the implication is that you're all over the place. And it was rough. This was the first film shoot I've done, coordinating it, directing it, shooting it, working with crew, working with cast, coordinating a scene, making sure things are working out. And I'm rusty. I'm not going to deny I'm rusty. This is the first shooting day I've had since November 22nd, 2015. I kid you not. Since then, I've done a big documentary, which is not the same as shooting a film with actors and stuff. And I've done like almost 400 videos for, YouTube as my Steve the Amateur Historian persona, if you can call it that, even though it's just me. And just a lot of other stuff has happened in life over the last 3 years. So it's been almost 3 years, and the first like 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours, it was really rough. I felt like I was completely out of my element. I was like, let's just stop here and cancel this film. And I don't see how I can do all this stuff, all that stuff that creeps back into your head when suddenly you're not as fluent as you once were. Because from end of summer 2015 or 2012 into the end of fall 2015, I shot like 12 movies. Like, it was one film to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and I never fell out of that flow. So even though I didn't shoot anything for like 7-8 months before I did my last movie, Runaway Highway, I still was in my groove when we started, and I was able to just take off. And yesterday, the first 3 hours, it was really hard. I had to like regain my confidence going into this. It was really rough, but the last 2 hours were a lot easier than the first 2 hours. And I started feeling a little bit more comfortable as a director again, and being able to convey what I felt without being worried about what people are going to think about it or whatever the hell, So yeah, so yesterday was rural setting. We had to drive all the way out there, deal with the elements, yellow jackets. I was intending to shoot some random video with my YouTube as a way of, chronicling what was going on, but I was so focused on just trying to keep focused on the film and getting reacclimated to that. The only clip I took was a clip right after I got stung. And yeah, so I just forgot to do that, but tomorrow we're shooting in the kind of east side industrial area, just across the river on the east side from downtown Portland. We're going to be shooting around that area. There's always the potential, traffic is all over the place. There's a potential we're going to stumble onto one or two homeless people. Odds are they're not going to... I tried to find spots that specifically seemed like they lacked any homeless people of any kind so that we wouldn't be bothering them and they wouldn't be bothering us. But still, it's a lot of we're going from super rural, trees, picturesque, beautiful, serene, to like an inner city vibe. Ooh, excuse me, an inner city vibe. So there's going to be a little bit of everything in this film, but getting through these first 2 days are going to be the roughest ones because there's like a few more exterior things, but there's more of an insulated feel to it than just having to go out in the city and just deal with the elements. So getting through these first 2 shooting days is going to be the roughest. But I'm getting back on and I'm starting to click again. So I feel a lot more confident than I did like 2 hours into the shoot when I felt like I just didn't know what I was doing anymore. I had this about 10-minute period where I felt overwhelmed and I was like, what am I doing? I can't, this is too much. Which was just me not having to just remember what it's like to have to make a film on your own. And honestly, I'm not planning on doing many more big films like this on my own like this. I might do a few short ones, but I'm definitely more planning on doing some more documentary film work where I'm willing to do feature-length stuff and more on my own because that's a lot easier to do because it's more just my time coordinated and then, whatever interviews I have to do. But yeah, my plan in the future is to do more collaborative work with other people. So I have more of a focused area. I'm either just focusing on shooting or just focusing on sound or lighting or whatever. But at the end of the day, for being rusty, for having not done this type of thing for 3 years minus a couple months, I really can't beat myself up for not being perfect. And I looked at some stills, just, the thumbnails that go with each clip, and it didn't look that bad. I'm very critical of myself while I'm filming. I feel like I'm always underperforming when I'm filming. And then I see the video afterward, I'm like, oh, damn, that's not bad. So, hopefully that's the case this time around. I'm going to try to remember to just shoot a little stuff on scene with my phone to kind of put up on YouTube. Like, hey, we're out here today filming, yada, yada, yada. No promises, though. I get very tunnel vision when I'm filming because I have a lot of stuff to remember. But anyway, that's just my wrap-up on our first day of shooting for You Make Me Smile. Catch you later.